Yeah, welcome to it. DMS Chats Part 5. And today is a very special one. We're talking about remixing. And like I said, we're going to be jumping through all various sessions, various people that we're going to be presenting at the DMS 2020. And today we have internationally renowned producer, remixer, Jazzuelle.
Yes.
Welcome to DMS, my brother.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, my man. So tell us, man. I think remixing is a big thing. Your music travels all over the world, and it touches various people in different ways. But at the conference, just tell us. You've got this amazing sound, and I know that you take time to find sounds. I hear a lot of, it's as if you layer your kicks, you layer your sounds. Tell us more about it, and what are you using, on your remixes?
Well, I use first and foremost, I use Logic X to start my ideas and stuff. And if I'm looking for a specific sound, sometimes I use Cubase 5. There's a plugin there, but I can't tell anyone. But there's a plugin on Cubase 5 that actually has my signature sound, and I kept that plugin for ages. I just can't tell anyone what it is though, but because it's like my secret weapon. But yeah, so I use mostly that plugin on Cubase 5, and then I'll take the idea or the chords, and then I'll put them on Logic, and then I'll do the drums on Logic. So most of the time, I actually do the synths and the sounds on Cubase 5, and then when I want to do like the drum patterns and whatnot, and then or to arrange the whole remix or whatever, or the track,
and tighten up.
Yeah, I take it to Logic X and just sprinkle the very dust and yeah.
And I think another question that is interesting to me, when you get a remix, do you choose first? When people say, look, I want you to do a remix, they send you the lyrics or whatever, the beat or the separates and stuff like that. Yeah. And how do you choose? Have you said no to people? How do you choose? And how do you, when you do choose, what do you, how do you approach the track?
I'll be honest with you, it depends, If I want a lot of money at a certain point and someone says, hey, I have a remix, I don't even choose. I'm just like, okay, I'll just do it.
Of course.
But sometimes when I'm actually in a good space, sometimes if something's really bad, and I know that I'm not going to enjoy doing it, then I'll just be like, nah, man, give me something else. Because if I can't finish it, because I work really quickly, if I can't finish it in the first day or two, then I usually just say,
you don't feel it.
Yeah, give me something else. So I usually enjoy remixing vocals. I hate it when people send me
an instrumental.
Yeah, an instrumental, and they tell me to remix, and I'm like, what am I supposed to remix it?
It's like you're creating your own song.
Yeah, so it's better when someone just gives me a vocal, and vocals are much easier to work with as well. Usually I just want the vocal. I don't want any other element. Maybe it's ego, I don't know. I like taking the vocal and doing my own thing.
But it makes sense. It makes sense that way. Look, I know, and it's funny when I see remixes of an instrumental. If there's no hook in the song, what do you do? How do you do it? But either way, I guess it was just one of those things.
Yeah.
Another thing is, look, you're well-traveled in a certain sense, going overseas, and how people, because I see a good reception of the sound. Yeah. You're doing well internationally, selling, and you're underground at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And the gigs when you go over there, how's that?
It's been amazing. I first started traveling around 2015, thanks to all the management back then, what are they called? I'm supposed to remember.
Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah.
But yeah, and I went there with this keyhole view of what the industry was, and when I was there, and my mind expanded. I never thought that the music industry existed at that big of a scale. And it was just mind-boggling. When I came back to South Africa, I always tell people I went to Europe, the same person, but I came back totally different. It affected my sound. I felt like I was just lost in translation because I just kept thinking about these festivals that I just witnessed and experienced that side, And so it's like a bug, just when it bites you, when you travel, you just want to go back.
Yes, of course. Of course, and it opens your mind. I think most importantly, and you see how differently people think.
Yeah.
And people receive the music in different ways, but in a way, it's united.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think another thing back home here. Maybe we should close up with one of the last questions. We don't want to give the whole session away, but I mean, what do you think we could change in our culture or what we do? You know that. Can enhance what we do. I mean, a lot of the stuff we do nowadays is underground. I mean, radio don't play our music anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, we have that challenge. So, you know, what do you think we should do? What should we be doing, you know, differently in a certain sense, or underground producers to get their sound out there, you know?
I think, I mean, for the essence of the underground,
Mm-hmm.
I can't complain, man. Because, I mean, you obviously know, like, the sound, I mean, there's always new sounds that come up, like, new genres that come up and whatnot. But underground music always stays, you know, it always remains, you know. Yeah, culture's culture. You can't really control what people want to listen to and whatnot, you know. And I'm not one to complain about, hey, I don't like this type of music, I don't like this type of music. For me,
Sure.
it's a part of the scene, it's a part of the culture. As
Sure.
long as people are pushing the music forward and it's electronic music, I'm a fan, you know. I might not be enjoying that type of music, but hey, it's culture.
It is
you know?
what it is.
It
Yeah,
what
it is what it is.
But I mean, we know for those of us that are in the underground, like, I mean, we just keep it underground. You know, the underground. What do they say? Shouldn't be televised. Do you know what I mean? So,
No, sure.
So
Sure.
for me, it's like whatever. As long
So
as
we belong in the
yeah,
underground
we
in a
belong
certain
in the
sense. You
underground.
know?
I'm more happier when we go more underground, and you know, I actually am. You know, I feel like it's more. It gives it more. oomph.
And
Yeah, you know,
authenticity.
and
It's more real.
authenticity. Yeah, you know,
It's
because
more real.
it's amazing to share something special with a few group of people that, I mean, the whole city doesn't even know about, you know, like, there'll be like, what, 300 of us talking about that underground party that happened in a rooftop that no one knows about.
Of course.
For
Yeah.
me, that's amazing.
That's special.
Yeah, that's special.
That is special, you know? Yeah.
So I just think, also just like, maybe like, you know, young producers trying to be like in the underground scene probably feel disheartened when, you know, they're trying to put themselves out there and their music is not being played out there. I mean, you've got Urban Beats and you've got Kid Funk's Show on 5, and then what else? Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I just feel like they should just carry on.
Keep pushing on.
Yeah,
it's all about pushing until then that moment comes when you break.
Exactly.
You know, very, very important. And it's a patience game, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's it for today. DMS Chats Part 5. Thank you so much for coming through. And of course, look, if you haven't got your tickets yet for the conference, make sure you're there. 46 speakers in total. It's going to be amazing. A lot of good sharing and a lot of hands-on stuff. DMS 2020. See you there. Thanks for watching.